Pop. What up? How's it going? It's Tom. Episode 60. Hot off the presses, but not really. I record this on Sunday. It is currently a Wednesday. I've lost track of time. Yeah, Wednesday. I got a new job. The schedule's all weird, so it makes me very sleepy. But, yeah. Now we're here. It's 60. Ben's here. We have about a 45-minute conversation about Club Penguin, so, you gotta find what Ben wants. Ben's a hard nut to crack. You gotta get in there and you gotta get him just talking, and eventually he'll just keep talking, and you don't have to do anything. He'll just keep going. So, just had to that's a big portion of this one. So, if you were nostalgic about Club Penguin or don't even know what the fuck that is, this is great because you'll learn everything. Because Ben was a huge fan. But yeah, it was a good episode. I had fun. We also did a couple of things near the end that I thought was pretty funny. Just re-listening to the whole thing as I do for timestamps. All this one's horribly off because I was just like on my phone and I was like, oh shit, we're talking about something completely different now. I gotta switch topics, and then timing's off. So deepest apologies. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the show. Much love. All right, enjoy.
This is your brain, and this
is your brain on Tom.
Okay. Here we are, episode 60.
Oh boy.
Ben's here.
Episode 60 got 60 listeners yet?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I got like a bunch on the Evo one I did.
I don't know what that is.
It's a fighting game tournament.
Oh, this will not be that. If you're tuning in for that, this is not going to be anything like that.
Being so tight. There it is.
Unless we want to talk about the Street Fighter movie.
I haven't seen that in forever.
Because I like M. Bison, and that's really good.
Who is the actor for that again? He's famous, isn't he?
It's Gomez from the Addams Family movies.
Yes, that's what it was.
But
that wasn't like his first and only role.
No, that was his last role.
He died?
He did it for his grandkids and then died.
Oh wow, he looks so young in that movie.
He did it because I wanted to say the story he never did something his kids could watch, but he did fucking Addams Family, so.
I didn't know that part of that. I knew he died shortly after.
It's sad.
It is sad. Speaking of sad, you brought a prop. I don't know if you've been carrying this around all day. Your little rock hopper from Club Penguin doll.
Yeah, I bought this 2 years ago.
The game's been dead for a year.
Yeah, no, when it was announced that it was dying, I got really, really sentimental, and I never owned a plush. And I just realized how much I love Rock Hopper, so I went on. Honestly, did I do it through eBay? Maybe. And so I got him. And I love it. And I don't really like dolls and stuff. I won't buy them myself. People will give them to me or whatever, but... You're
not me. I buy all sorts.
It was weird that I did it, too.
I have all sorts of plush.
One. Yeah. So... He's just my fella.
We've been carrying around all day.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I was just thinking about Club Penguin today, and it's really...
Yeah, we watched that TED Talk just a second ago.
Yeah, I showed that to you. It's really,
I'm just surprised he shut it down. He was so excited and happy just to talk about it.
He left in 2012.
Oh, wow, that's a long...
So...
Oh, he, almost...
Look up the TED Talk listener, by the way.
Oh, yeah, you want them. Yeah. Well, his name Lane something?
His name's Lane Merrifield.
Merrifield, okay.
I guess he's a bajillionaire now.
Yeah, you were telling me that he's he's on their Shark Tank or something?
He's on the Canadian Shark Tank now. He's not he's one of the investors. One of the panels. Yeah, the 4 people or whatever.
Do they say... I've never watched Shark Tank, really. Do they have, when they talk, a reality show, lower third to explain you who they are?
I think that might be in the opening.
Okay. So what's his say?
I haven't watched it.
Oh, okay.
I watched a trailer that because I follow him on Twitter, and he just tweeted oh, my clip's up.
But it's not he's created a Penguin or something.
No, I think it probably was, and it was probably yeah, because I know the Shark Tank here does that, CEO of whatever.
But what's he done now? What makes him a bajillionaire now?
You talked how he was philanthropist and worked with inner city kids.
Does that make you... Because isn't there a threshold to be on?
So what I'm saying is he had to be a millionaire by 2012 so he could go do that.
Oh, you're right. That makes sense. Then he just kept the money?
I don't know if royalty checks can come in for a game, but...
I mean, not one that's closed.
Maybe if he had a good contract when Disney bought the game, he might be doing pretty good, because maybe like every time Club Penguin is like
mentioned,
he gets some money. Because I don't know how that works. Do video games have royalties?
I mean,
the creator though.
That's
not like they don't buy Club Penguin.
But it's hard because not one person makes a game. So like you have like
but
a creative
you would get
head.
money when you buy the disc or whatever. But Club Penguin, you log it on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say because even like Kojima, the guy who made like Metal Gear and stuff, when he left Konami, he didn't take Metal Gear with him. Konami owns Metal Gear.
Yeah.
So like,
does he get a check in the mail? Did he come up with the name? Metal?
Yeah, the whole thing is his, but Konami owns it, not him. So even though he left,
yeah, so it's probably not.
He just lost everything.
Don't get money. Yeah, that makes sense.
Someone asked him in an interview about Metal Gear, and he made some comment about like, I would rather not talk about this, or something to the effect of like it was like losing a child. I forget how he worded it, but like he's very upset that he can't work on this little franchise again. So I don't think you can really get. It's not like a movie where like you create this thing and you can just walk away and keep it or whatever.
Yeah.
But
well, because So yeah, I don't know. But I mean, it's hard to explain what Club Penguin was and is.
It's a weird little thing.
It's just so beautiful. Like I don't.
It was almost like just a chat room.
It shouldn't have been good. Like, I don't... Like, I was just thinking, there's a book in it. Like, they had, like, in-game... Because, I don't know, they just did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called The Spice of Life. And it, like, might be the most inspirational book in the world. Let me read you the summary. It's about two penguins having an idea about the spice of life. One thinks life should be about what you have, while the other thought it should be about adventure than having fun. Then the one builds a pretend spaceship out of the igloo items, and they both pretend to blast off together. And it's
beautiful.
It's like a philosophical book for penguins. I don't know. And there's no reason that book exists. It's not
like promoted. It's just in a room somewhere.
So you could go to like a bookshelf, and there were like yearbooks about the game history. Cute. But, like, in universe, there was, like, a book about, like, how there was a puffle in the nightclub, how he came about. Like, they were kind of, like, history kind of related.
They did a really good job of keeping it in universe.
And then...
For as out of universe as the thing was.
And then this one, it's like the only novel. Well, yeah, that's not, like, a true story. Or maybe it is, I don't know. But, yeah, I was just thinking that I might read that book later tonight.
Like, it's a real...
No, it's like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you know.
What made you feel so nostalgic lately?
Because I was thinking about... Because I was thinking... Because that game was just had a massive thing. I saw someone tweet about something... About one of the players of the games. And I was trying to find... like what he's doing now, and I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, like someone had
like I wish I had the resources to put together like a Ken Burns 9-part documentary series about the games, but not even like the people who created it, the people who like played it too.
The community of it.
Yeah, I wish I wish people would want that so it could exist.
I think people would be interested.
I don't know.
Everyone's at least. I feel like everyone at least tried it. Maybe not now as much, but like everyone at least played it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the idea that I was seeing on, I think it was like a Facebook ad or something, and it was like they were selling a shirt or like a hoodie that was like it was a screenshot of being banned from Club Penguin. So like everyone has a concept of it. I guess it's Roblox is the new one of like that, the jokes and stuff about like, oh, let's go get banned from this and stuff.
Roblox?
Yeah. When we went to the mall, when I was in one of the stores, I saw like Roblox toys that you could buy. And then didn't someone just do a Roblox music video?
Like Chance the rapper?
Like I forget what rappers were in it, but yeah.
Yeah, there used to be Club Penguin music videos. CPMV.
CPM.
Look them up on YouTube. There's some good ones.
Were they like remixes of the Club Penguin music?
No, it was... So, I mean, I don't know why I never got into it. You essentially just... It's like a lyric video, but you chat it. You chat the lyrics.
Oh, really?
So one I know of, because I watched it today, was Bad Day. Like the song, like, yeah, have a bad day.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just different. And you can do different effects through PowerPoint. And there's transitions and
filters.
Yeah, but no, they were very popular.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Because I read the comments and it's I used to watch this every day when I was 12. I'm like, oh my god, yeah. Yeah, no, it's I don't know how many people it affected, but it seems like those it did, it
clearly
really affected.
Yeah.
So it's like a small but vocal.
The TED Talk he was in there, you said it was 12 million people at one point?
350 million.
350 million at peak? Oh, no, he was saying that
just
like
in total.
Their peak,
in
or when
peak, I don't know.
Started to take off, it was 12 million, and they're like, that's when they sold to Disney, with that 12 million, so I can only imagine it got a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah.
And it's pretty crazy. It's so, oh my god. What a silly little thing, too. I remember, trying it for the first time, like, well, this is silly and fun. But then you stuck out.
No, it's just the world building in it was good.
It's actually pretty amazing.
It's just really good.
They had supplement games that gave more lore and stuff.
The example, the most ambitious thing, ambitious bit it worked out was the in-universe pirate who's on the table right now would come pretty much every month, like every 2 months or whatever, on his ship. But on his way one time, and you could look at in a little telescope, he crashed into an iceberg.
Oh.
And so the ship sank, and he had to go in his rowboat and come back. And that was a storyline for like a year almost. That happened it's weird that I know it happened in January. I remember it happened in January. And it probably went until summer.
Really?
Yeah.
They did a very good job of updating it frequently.
But it was so he went out back, and there was the Save the Migrator project. That was the name of the ship, and it went for years. A mini game was created out of it.
Oh wow!
Just a lot happened through it, and then he came back, and there was a party, and it was very emotional. and he had his diary. Every time he'd visit, there'd be another passage in his diary.
Oh right, because he would go off on adventures and come back once a month to give you some kind of
the items
thing.
he found, the treasure he found, or whatever. But his captain's quarters was always locked. And so when the ship was rebuilt, he gave out the key.
Oh, wow.
You could go in it, and it's a lot. Because it was built up, this room.
Yeah.
And it was a little disappointing. It wasn't great. But it was still very neat. And how they gave that was very well done.
Before they had stuff like that, you used to be able to meet the characters. There was 3 named characters you could just meet in the world at random.
So there were 3 main characters. Rockhopper was the only one you could meet for the longest time. And then by the time the game ended, there were 12.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But no, there were 3. There was him,
the one that wrote
Gary
the newspaper,
the gadget guy, and the newspaper lady. Yeah.
Antarctic or Anti-Arctic.
Yeah.
Wait, what was Gary the gadget guy?
Gary the gadget guy did the secret agent missions.
I thought he was later though.
His existence?
Yeah.
No.
Oh really?
No, he's the one that saved the ship.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that invented the awkward grab. I could get very specific. I can give you the details if you like. He created the awkward grabber 3000.
I remember that minigame.
Save the salvaged pieces.
That was a very slow minigame.
Yeah, but no, he was the secret agent's gadget guy.
Yeah,
he created.
I remember that
because
you got a bunch of that shit for Christmas. They got the game or something, and
they created a DS game, and I did get the DS. They created 2.
Yeah,
and I owned both. I don't even know why.
Why?
The second one sucks.
Oh. And then you also had the cards. Then they put the cards in. I remember you had those.
Yeah, so the ninjas in that
ones
universe were card jitsu. Card jitsu spelled incorrectly from ninjutsu, or jinjutsu, or whatever it is in real life.
Yeah.
Spelled differently. It's racist. But that wasn't a good game, but ninjas were neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't a fan of that card game. It was because it's just tedious. You had to play it 800 times to become a ninja, and there was no progress bar.
Oh, you just had no idea.
So you just had to guess. You're well, I'm a brown belt. How many till black? Who knows? Yeah, because you went white.
That's weird.
You went there were at least 8 belts.
I think I got at least a yellow, and I was
I think it's you start no belt, then it's white, yellow, orange, on a red, whatever, black. Then to become a ninja, you have to defeat Sensei.
And then what did becoming a ninja give you? An outfit?
Got a mask. He got ninja powers.
Ninja powers.
You waved, you became invisible
Oh wow.
in your suit. Ninja. What did being a secret agent get you?
I don't remember.
Like nothing. Like fun.
You like a different room though. You could go to a room.
Yeah, you got the room with the ninjas.
Oh, okay.
And then later they created other subcategories. There were fire ninjas, water ninjas, and snow ninjas. I never did water and snow. I was gone.
Oh, you were?
By the time. But the fire ninja was a good game.
Oh, each one had a separate game?
They had a separate game based on the original card game.
Oh, interesting.
And I've played like all three. The snow one's like a board game that like requires like a healer. It's like multiplayer.
Oh, weird.
It is. It's like more ambitious than I think. But the fire one's kind of board game, like you follow a path. It's fun.
Oh, weird. Can you play those like? Is there like an archive of all the games like online somewhere?
Or
because that seems like an easy thing to save.
Private servers, and they typically have some of the minigames.
Oh, okay.
I think the card game, because that's a very difficult thing. I don't think the one I know of, the main one, doesn't have that. Last time I played it, I've only. Played
is there
it
no
twice.
big, like that? That is there's only one real big.
Penguin rewritten.
Oh, okay.
I saw on Twitter. I think I shut down. It was a lot to keep up. It was all done by fans.
There's
just like teenagers who were like really big into this game and tried their best to support it.
Toontown redrawn or rewritten. I wonder if it's the same people. And they're like super passionate about it.
Yeah, I think it was a lot, and I think legal trouble they got into, but I'm sure there's some out there.
Yeah, that shit's always weird. Like you were saying earlier, it's like it's not like a movie. You can't go back to it.
No, you can never. Even like went on the Club Penguin mirror, and it's not the same. It's not like the story's not gonna be new. Like I don't even know if they do a story, and I don't know how. I don't know.
The phone game is out. That they deleted everything for.
The phone, the new Wave Generation 2 or whatever. I will never play it. I see it. People don't seem to like it very much. I don't like how it looks. I've always been critical of the art style of Club Penguin. It's changed a few times. Even the main one that was the longest, I don't know. The original weird design I liked when it's not like consistent.
Oh yeah.
I like it. Everything's kind of cute.
Mhm. That's when I played it.
Then it became more uniformed, which is fine and what it was from years. And then they made it weird, and penguins were skinny and tall and looked too human-esque. And
that is weird. They're all like short and fat.
Yeah, It was and the secret agent missions were good. Those are some of the best point-and-click games.
Oh, really?
Because the missions were point-and-click games.
Yeah.
They are some of the best point-and-click games I've ever played.
How many have you played?
That's quite a few.
Oh, okay.
Like I prefer, like it's more simple. Like it's it's first person, which is also kind of neat because you don't do that frequently. I can't think of any point-and-clicks we do that actually.
I can't. I'm trying to think. There is a couple that do that, but yeah, you're right. You usually have a little person you're moving around.
You play like and it's just good. The puzzles or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe I could replay it and I'd be like, "Oh, these suck," but
in the time,
I feel like now because I bet that they hold up. I bet.
Yeah.
There was some good. Yeah, like like it's not like putt simple. Yeah. Like some are kind of difficult. Like
it's just so depressing. It's all gone. You can't even do anything to reminisce. I haven't had a game like completely shut down.
I mean, like I said, this Club Penguin we were in, which is the closest you can get, and that's.
But that sucks.
Yeah, but the community survives there,
okay.
And I think that's the most important aspect for most people.
Yeah, not for you.
No, I want the game. I want a story. I want. Like it's weird because I'm like there's only a tiny portion, I think, of when I truly loved Club Penguin. Because it was always new. Yeah, everything was always different.
Yeah, they updated like
when they kept, even when Stale like made new things, like I didn't like it, and they would repeat a lot. Like I don't know, like
it's just sad.
It's sad that it's
so sad. Yeah, I've never had a chance to experience that where like something just totally up and vanishes. I've like spent a ton of time on. Like, and I watched those things before, and they're just the shutdowns.
That I was super into it for a long time. It's just when I was into it, I was.
You were deep.
That was everything to me.
Yeah, you were deep.
So I tried to figure it out. I'm like, I feel like I was only really into this game for like 4 years.
That's a long time though.
But like I was like every day. Well, I don't know. Let's see. So I started in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly 1 year after I created my penguin, I became a member.
Exactly,
just by chance. I remember being like, oh, weird. And I never forgot my non-member days. I never, I'm self-made in that way. I didn't start, as a member. I rose. I think maybe I played from like October. I remember. Like 2009, 2010.
What was the last straw? Like, what made you stop?
What it was my membership expired. I was like, I don't want to renew it. I was like, I didn't have a desire, because when it expired, I just didn't have the desire to renew it, and so I just didn't. And then
I remember I stopped. You had like been on every once in a while. I'd walk in the office when the computer still worked. And you would occasionally jump on or be reading. You read that blog way past.
Yeah, even when
stopped playing,
I stopped. I would still interested in the game and the development of that. So I would go on maybe every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I used to see you on that pink blog all the time.
Yeah, and I would just want to know what was happening.
Yeah, and I remember I came in once and you were playing it, and it was in the middle of like an Avengers event. You're like, I hate that they've done this or something like that.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there was like, I remember at one point there were times when I might. And then senior year in high school, I got really into it again. Because all I did senior year of high school was hang out in the library. And so my friend and I would just go on Club Penguin. Just
still use your same character?
Muck about, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I got banned doing it.
What?
Yeah.
You lost that character?
No, he got banned for 72 hours or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it wasn't an immediate ban. Someone reported me.
What did you do?
Well, just muck about.
I'm pretty sure you remember what you did.
I don't know what I did.
They make it very clear. They tell you.
It was not okay. That's why I don't want to say it.
Oh, okay. That's hilarious.
But just I got banned for it too. My friend did.
Oh, well.
But yeah, no. It was like a fake domestic.
Oh, that's bad. I didn't realize how much, like
we just tried to see what could get past the filter.
Well, that's what he was saying in that TED Talk. He was like, you could see a lot of it was just people trying to see what they could get past the filter and like what they're allowed to say.
Pretended to be like a married couple, and then
But like,
and some people, first of all, showing kids will like be like, yeah, she deserves it.
Whoa,
that's people are not raising their kids right. But no, I did get banned.
But they like saw like every single screen at all times. I didn't know that until we were watching that TED Talk, and they would people would come to them with like screenshots of like, hey, they really want the Brazilian servers or something.
Yeah, I think they were able to. Yeah, I don't think they were monitoring them up.
No, but they were able. They could
access.
But like I remember I remember a few times. Yeah, I remember a few times like playing, and you'd see people like talk to the developer in game, and I always thought that was weird. But now I'm seeing they were like that screenshot they had of like have Brazilian servers. Like they read that.
Yeah,
they saw that. That's so weird. How active they were, kind of in investigating the whole thing.
Yeah, that was the one thing. It was very player driven.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. There's very few things I like that.
Set up a thing, and then the players would like create. But pretty much, it was almost entirely created by. It was player demand of what they wanted.
Yeah,
they would follow,
and that's like so rare.
And I think to an extent that's kind of part of the downfall. Is they were demanding, and they just kind of.
Like, what were they demanding at the end?
I don't know. I think the other downfall is just neglect of the game.
And no violet
there were a lot of bugs and stuff.
Lavender color.
They never. I just looked. So the lavender. So there were votes for new penguin colors. The first time it was lime green. Mm-hmm. There's already 2 greens. Versus lavender.
Okay.
And I looked. Lavender got 47% of the vote.
Oh, that was close.
So close. A few years later.
It was every 3 years they did colors or something?
Well, there's only 2 color
years?
votes. The next color vote, they decide to do maroon, lavender.
Yeah.
And then you got a third party, that Aqua.
Yeah.
Aqua was just light blue.
Yeah. They already had a light
already
blue.
light blue and dark blue. Don't worry, Aqua won.
Because the blog you're saying?
Lavender. Club Penguin rewritten Lavender is available.
So they rewrote history.
Yes.
Correct. They corrected history.
That's the one rewrite I agree with. No, first of all, Aqua should never... And then I feel like Aqua became a very popular color.
What was the cool kid outfit?
So you would wear the blonde, spiky wig, the color brown, women's sunglasses always, typically. Or just some kind of sunglasses. A black sweatshirt. You could like variation on this. And then the pearl necklace.
Oh yeah, remember the pearl necklace?
I don't know why.
But there's a ton of kids that used to dress like that.
That's honestly, that's part of the reason I left. I just didn't.
Cool kids.
Yeah, it bothered me. Their existence bothered me, and I feel like when I restarted playing again senior year, it changed, and they weren't really there anymore.
Oh yeah, it's a
and
fad.
I'm glad that it became more like, I don't know, just new people. A lot of.
It's a very fascinating little community.
Yeah, it's an interesting. Yeah,
So it's like a weird experiment.
Yeah,
like it's weird to know, especially now seeing, especially in that TED talk, he talks about how it was like community driven. That's like so rare that something that popular can survive on just what the community demands. Like that's just never happens. Usually it's people passively waiting for a developer to give them content, but instead it was like the community.
Yeah, there was a number you could call. You could call them.
And they would answer? Like a human?
They'd be like, hello, welcome to...
Have you done that?
Yes. They were like, I don't know how long it lasted, but the reason I found out about it is because on YouTube there was a big community of prank calling them.
Oh, wow.
And I remember thinking they were the funniest
Did you prank call
ever.
call?
No, I just called it actual complaints. Well,
What, really?
I don't even remember what I called it about. Like,
Where
I want
is
this
lavender?
item. I should have been like, where's lavender? You think they'd release... I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. But I thought those videos, I guarantee they were just stupid.
They're probably horrible.
Very offensive looking back. But I just remember it was mostly like young women, I feel like, who worked like kind of Club Penguin support. But there was also like an Indian guy who was always in the videos.
Oh, really?
And he did not know what Club Penguin was.
Oh, weird.
He was like, yes, with the jetpack, get the coins.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, no, it's just very funny.
I've been diving into a YouTube channel called Internet Historian, and he just basically chronicles like old 4chan raids and like pranks they would pull. Boy, some of those are horribly offensive, but boy, do they make me laugh. Good God. Like the do you ever hear about the Mountain Dew one?
No.
So he has a whole one on like polls, like internet polls, and like they had the one with Taylor Swift to get that guy, that creepy guy, to meet she had like a thing to like meet
I don't know.
You never heard this?
No.
It's like there was a competition for Taylor to meet her biggest fan, and like it was all a bunch of little girls, and then this one like 35-year-old man, and 4chan found it and was like, we're pushing this guy all the way, and they got him to number
Why
one.
Was it fan driven? That's
That's
a mistake. The producers should have done it. That was a mistake.
As soon as he was dominating the charts, they pulled the whole thing down, and they were like, "Damn it, we freed him!" And there was like a hashtag like free whatever his name was or something like that. And there was another one later where I don't know why this was, but Pitbull was going to go to a Walmart for some reason, and they were like, "Oh, let's send him to the most rural Walmart ever in Kodak, Alaska," because he has that song too with like the Kodak. He says Kodak twice at the very beginning.
No, I don't. Okay, I'll take your word for it.
It happened, and he just went. He actually went though. But then there's other polls that are like there's a McDonald's or a Mountain Dew one, name our new flavor, and like some of the ones that like were number one was squirting grannies. Hitler did nothing wrong was one of them, and there was a third one that also topped it. Maybe just AIDS. Maybe it was just straight AIDS. I forget what it was. But there were like three that were number one, or like the top three were like all these horrible things. And then like, probably shouldn't let this happen.
Yeah,
so
there shouldn't be a write-in option.
No, I mean the whole thing was write-in because it was like, hey, pick our name.
Club Penguin didn't do that in their polls.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
But oh boy, so funny. But yeah, he's been doing all sorts of like little things, like the different pranks. The pool's closed one on Habbo Hotel, which honestly, I'm surprised Club Penguin had not as many big raids. There was one.
Club Penguin had very good
I forget what it was. It was some early
moderation.
yeah, you couldn't really do much in it.
And by the end, the chat filter of what could get through was ridiculous. You could say like 7 things.
Yeah, here it is. If you wanted to do a Club Penguin 4chan thing. Oh, Club Penguin is the WoW killer MMORPG developed by Valve. That's hilarious. Hey, you wore purple and you had a construction hat, and I think you just went around anywhere and you just jackhammered in random places.
That's just every day in Club Penguin.
Yeah.
It's not even a good raid.
There was something that oh, Jesus Christ. There's a part here that says you cannot be IP banned, so I'm assuming they wanted you to get banned, but I don't. E plus T keys to fart.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a
T
thing.
stands for 2.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's
Go.
weird.
Yeah, that's funny.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there were short keys for a lot of the like emotes, and that one had a sound with it. Or the musical note, green music note. Yeah. People would spam that, but then like people hated it.
That's weird.
Yeah. Even without the chat filter, you could still bully on that game. You know, snowballs. You could
Snowballs, yeah. I remember that. And you could do like a T click real fast.
Yeah, Control T. No, well, just T. Yeah, just T.
Yeah.
No, not just T. Just yeah, maybe just T. I don't remember.
Jesus. No, it was like T click and you just do it really fast. Yeah. I remember you used to do that, and some kids would be like, "How are you doing so fast?"
Yeah, I was really good at Club Penguin.
Because if you did so, you would do it fast enough. Like your penguin's animation of throwing a snowball wasn't fast enough. Wouldn't catch up to how many was coming out. Yeah. What a silly game.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, you waddled around and made new friends.
Yeah.
Went to a coffee shop, a nightclub.
Was it you or Mike that would harass the pizza place?
That's just everyone.
Okay. Like were you the one who tried to play the manager all the time, or someone who always played like
common role-playing thing? Someone would do a manager.
Yeah.
You could go and demand ridiculous things, but like Penguin, to see how they'd react or whatever. Sometimes they'd do whatever. Yeah, no, you could. Yeah. There was a lot of like people make the like igloos, which were like your houses in the game, like schools a lot. Yeah. And they always wanted to be like the students. So I'm like, I'm up with the teacher. And I was just like the teacher just trying to reach the kids.
Yeah, they always want to sit like the back of the room and be cool.
Yeah. Vamps, Twilight was really big back then.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. That would be right around that time.
Vamps is what they were called.
What
they called themselves. They hung out in the forest. They were also werewolves. Every room also like had like its subsection of like
a community, like
the pet shop where you buy your pets.
Furries?
No, oh. You'd think there were no. Wait a second. No babies.
Oh, babies. Oh, that's even weirder. That's a weird one.
What color is a baby? Do you know?
Light blue.
It's yellow.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. No, but people would always want.
So based on your color, you were a thing? Like you?
No, I don't know. Babies, you would just dress up baby, propeller cap, lollipop, tutu, whatever, teddy bear,
and yellow,
and you would just talk in gibberish. But I would. There were other parts. Like sometimes, families would also get like, "Can I be the dog?" Because you could. There were like furry costumes in the game.
Yeah.
But I would always want to be the grandfather. That's just a funny family member to be. So I dressed up as an old man. And I would ask, and people always like, no. But sometimes,
wait, so you'd go to certain rooms?
Well, no, what it was, so I'll tell you how the baby world of Club Penguin works. And there's a dark side to it, too. So a purist would start out as an egg.
Okay.
And you'd put on the ghost sheet.
Oh, okay.
You'd roll around. How do you do it? You type rolls around.
Okay.
Every action you did, you just type. Drinks water.
Okay.
Eats
right.
pizza.
Like the old forum way of role playing.
Yeah, it was kind of that way. And so then you would hatch. But you don't have to do the egg part. Crazy people did the eggs. It made no sense.
There wasn't an egg costume? That seems like such an easy one.
No, you put on the go sheet.
Okay.
And so then the moms would come, and they were always like, rich or whatever. That's what they wanted, and kids would be like, pick me, like desperate, and they'd all be like cries.
Wait, so you would go to the pet shop.
Yeah. So if I'm a mom, if I want to role play as the mother,
So you go to the pet shop.
I need to make my igloo look like a home.
Uh-huh.
And then go to the pet shop
and then
adopt a child.
But you don't just walk up to a child and say adopt. There's a bunch of people just all at once saying, pick me, pick me, pick me.
How
do you know
if you're the mother? Well, no, you walk up to them and say, okay, I'll pick you. You add them as your friend.
Oh.
They go to your igloo. And then normally once the mom picks the kid, a couple others be like, can I be the brother? Can I be big sister? Whatever. Can I be the grandfather? It works sometimes. Father, they were mostly single parent households.
Okay.
Almost always single moms.
Gotta play what you know.
But I remember one time I was like, oh, I'll be like a dad because I'm like changing up. And so I did, and I had the wife. For some reason, I want to say, did we then get a kid? I want to say there was a period where we didn't, but I remember maybe we decided to have a second kid.
Okay.
And whoever was playing the mom took it quite a step farther. Picked a kid. And then it was like, okay, I'm getting my top stomach.
Oh my god.
So, like, the kid put on the white sheet and, like, she pretended to be pregnant.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know, man.
That's the end of the story? Like, that was...
Yeah, I don't know.
The kid never was born, or just leave the house to divorce?
Maybe it happened. I don't remember.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, the role-playing would last, 10 minutes, maybe,
so,
20 minutes, an hour.
If you wanted to role-play a certain thing, you went to a certain room within the game to...
Yeah, and then so
that's how groups were founded?
The only two I can think of. The baby thing, oh, here's the dark side. Babies are very controversial, rightfully so. They were quite annoying. So they were baby killers. They'd go in and just be, like, killed or shoot. Or whatever got through the filter, and they'd run around, yeah. So...
Well,
the fourth was where like you could pretend to be like an animal.
Okay.
And like,
a vampire.
Like a vampire, like a werewolf. I don't know if other rooms had. I feel like there were a lot of like ninja versus secret agents.
Okay.
That was like a wars. A lot of wars in the game. They were online, like you could join an army.
What?
Yeah.
Like on a forum somewhere?
Yeah, like on a blog. They're like, just this way. We'll meet up at server blah 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 at this time.
Oh wow.
And fight. This is our territory.
Just throw paintball snowballs at each other?
Thing. Yeah, I don't know. Since you have more.
Would you like stumble on them sometimes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nachos were a popular one. There were sombreros. There was a green one. Those were probably the two biggest ones.
What was the green one called?
I don't know.
Huh.
I feel like that's a weird thing.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah. And then what you could do is you could, to more specific, is you can make your house, your igloo, something.
Right, I remember that.
People could just have like a party, but that didn't normally. You would roleplay it more. And one time, someone was like, praise G at my Iggy. Called an igloo an Iggy, by the way. It's very important. And I went to it. And what do you think? Do you know what it is? Have I told you?
I'm guessing it's a church?
It is a church.
And you don't praise
but I
something?
thought it was... First of all, because you can't say God, but you can say G.
Right.
And I thought, this isn't that good. So I went to my igloo and made a good one. And I got, I had, secondary characters or whatever who just non-members, kind of tests for things sometimes, maybe. I had a patch on my thing so that I could have multiple tabs open at once, and I could put on a filter so they repeat what they're saying. So I'd say praise G at this igloo on the map.
Okay.
Because you have to advertise. That's the problem, is because
so you
have
bots.
to advertise your own, and I wanted to enjoy it, so I didn't want to advertise it, and so I did.
So you had a bot,
and I would just watch what happened. So in it there was like a baptismal, there was a little daycare, there's like a preacher stand, and what I love is that people would come and argue. And it's very funny.
About religion?
Yes.
So just have atheists show up?
Yeah, pretty much. There's no God.
Why?
I don't know, but I loved it. I wish I had pictures, but I love doing it.
What a weird thing to do. Why would you go to Club Penguin to just spout your...
And I never even played a role. I would watch someone
Heavens.
else be the priest.
Good Lord. So what, you just designed houses and
watch it.
oh my God.
I remember one that I did with Mike once, which was pretty bad. But I never advertised it. I only did it once, and people thought it was funny.
What was it?
Kids. So there's a lot of pizza. You can buy ovens in Club Penguin.
Okay.
You can also buy red carpet strips.
I see.
And
I see
you
where
can
this is
make
going.
those strips into any shape you'd like.
I see where this is going.
So you can make it into a swastika.
Yeah.
And you can have a line of ovens.
Okay.
And I remember I advertised
How did you not get
don't
banned for
go
that?
to my igloo on the map. And a few people did. Because I didn't do it too long. People were and then
How did you not get banned for that?
luck. Only 5 people showed up. They
How
thought it was fine.
quickly could you change an igloo and erase what was in an igloo?
I could erase an igloo immediately.
Oh, okay.
But I think once I stopped playing, you could then save igloos.
Oh, okay.
Which I wish, because that was always a pain. Because I could never be I want to have the church. I want to have a house.
Right.
I want to have
A school. You can't just rotate between the ones you're
I feel
feeling.
like my main thing was always... I never really did. The one time I did it, I remember doing it for a weekend, was the church.
I remember you had a specific looking one. Could you have other rooms or just the one room?
You would have to create
Oh, okay.
separations. And there were things too. There were fences and
Oh, okay.
kind of walls.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just a 2-story igloo.
Yeah, okay.
That's what the church was. The top story, if I'm remembering, most of it was just the little altar, which had a bird bath as the baptismal.
Oh, okay.
I think there was a podium, and then I think we just had benches or something.
Was the igloo outside
And I think
always...
there were candlesticks. I had that.
Was it just always blue?
You could change the color, but you were blue, pink.
Oh, okay.
You could also, I remember sometimes you could buy one that was a gymnasium.
Oh, okay.
Or an ice castle.
Oh.
Or a pirate ship. There were, but typically to make it something
Else, you had to...
you would do, what I did. But a church, I would, I don't know what. I guess I could have done the castle one, but it isn't that big. I needed something big because the door's also in the middle.
Yeah.
And because you can't change your camera, it's all one.
Right, it's that one isometric view.
Yeah, and then there was a little corner that was the daycare, and then downstairs there was the donation bin.
Oh, you went real in there.
There was some other stuff. I remember I had piles because one of the items was gold, coin
really?
piles. Yeah, from because they did medieval parties every year.
Oh, right, I remember that. Yeah. Little
I
dragon
just had
costumes.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were some good parties. The medieval party. Yeah, let me think. So January. So every month had a party.
Right, they all had a theme.
Typically, they were kind of traditional every month, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And by traditional, I mean maybe 3 years in a row, 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So January would be the winter fiesta
Okay.
that I believe they stopped.
What was that?
It was a fiesta.
What does that mean?
You would wear a sombrero and be racist.
Oh, okay.
Maracas. February, I don't remember. I think just anything. They'd figure it out. March, St. Patrick's Day. They stopped doing those ones, though.
Oh, really?
Easter was an Easter egg hunt. April Fool's party. That was fun. Sometimes they'd
They would do something different. They'd mess with the game. Yeah.
May was medieval. June was adventure,
Okay.
which was fun. It was pirates and pretty much colonialism. It was pirates versus colonialism, and there were natives.
Oh, what a
Is this being
weird...
racist? I'm saying it out loud. Huh. July was Music Jam,
I remember that.
which was a music festival.
And they had little stages on different
Every
rooms.
room was
yeah.
pop, rock.
Yeah. You get little instruments for your thing. Yeah, I remember
Yeah. Caribbean. Country. I'm trying to think. Jazz. Not jazz. They called it something weird, but it was jazz. Classical. Then August. I don't know. What was August? Maybe a summer party? No. Water? I don't know. September was the fall fair. They had
It's like a fair themed?
fair, like
That's
a
fun.
county fair. There were mini games just for that. And then October would be
Halloween.
November I feel like changed, and then December was Christmas. They changed it to holiday party because non-Christians who didn't go to my igloo because my igloo didn't reach enough people. Yeah. No, yeah, that church thing's kind of weird. I wish I had pictures because I feel like
that is a weird thing. I don't know if I can picture
it.
it.
Viral on Twitter if I had pictures right now, and I posted it.
Oh, I bet it's popping right now. People nostalgic for Club Penguin.
And I have someone like fighting with someone else about God.
That's hilarious. Those people just come in to try to ruin your fun my ideology.
No, I mean,
That's
I don't know. I remember it was just weird. Because you also, yeah. I remember someone got in a fight because someone's like, I only go to church on Christmas, but you also couldn't say church, so I feel like they're like, I only praise you on Christmas. And people are like, how dare you? It's just a weird. I remember someone once like thanked me for making this igloo.
Oh, really?
They're like, thank you. They're like, finally, something good from the world.
Oh, that's weird.
Not like Club Penguin was never like anti-God.
You're right.
And a Halloween.
That's pretty funny though.
But they were never like,
Yeah,
they followed Christian values in Club Penguin. They didn't. It was a good company for children.
Yeah, they seem to be very, very positive towards the children.
Yeah, there was I mean, they were fighting. I guess secret agents like had an enemy.
Right.
He was a polar bear.
He was a polar bear named Herbert or something.
Herbert the bear.
I remember
he had a middle
name.
initial. I can't remember. Herbert P. Bear, maybe.
P sounds right. I was just
he was from the North Pole and he hated the cold, so he one day went on an iceberg to float down to like Florida or wherever. It's not cold, and he fell asleep, woke up, tipped the iceberg that he was on.
Oh.
Polar bears can do it, not penguins. And he ended up in Club Penguin, where it's super cold. He went too south, and so he needs to take it out on Club Penguin.
Did they ever tip the iceberg?
Yeah, the last like month it existed. They
What happened?
Finally let it happen. If like 10 people were on it or something. It was like 10 people with their puffles, which were the pets in the game. It would tip. And you would get a blue hard hat, and there was like a plaque. It was like a cute plaque. It was like, together we can do anything, including tip an iceberg, and it was cute.
Oh.
No, it was very, yeah.
What an adorable little game.
A cute game. Even when it was like bad, it was still like cute, because there were a lot of bugs in that game.
I'd imagine.
Yeah, a lot of like little issues, but.
It's the charm.
Yeah. It was like forgivable.
It's very sad it's gone.
Yeah, but I'd rather it honestly be gone than just keep going downhill. I guess. I don't know. I guess they could have just left it. I don't know. There's private servers out, so they'll be okay, I guess.
Yeah, as long as they're still up. You can still play it.
Yeah, those probably won't go away.
So let's talk about the 2 movies we saw.
Okay.
We saw movies, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Of dramatically varying quality.
Yeah. The one was not good.
We saw it. We'll start with Happy Time Murders. We saw that first.
Not a good movie.
No. It was really weird. Like, it was not, it was just weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as I think a lot of
No,
reviews,
it's not as bad as it, yeah.
But not good.
No. I mean, it could have done more with, like, the racial divide of the felts, the puppet people, and then the humans.
I get maybe. I don't know. Then it'd just be weird.
But the whole thing was weird anyway, so. They spent a lot of time talking about his brother's bleached skin and new human nose.
Yeah, he wanted to look human.
Like,
he was
why did they never went into that?
Yeah,
like,
there wasn't like he's passing. Like there wasn't like a weird. I don't know. Yeah, but also like it's a stupid comedy. It would have been weird if there's one scene where he's like, "You don't want your puppet blood." He's like, our history, our culture. Like that would have been tonally. If that was a scene, it would have been off.
Maybe it didn't have to be a comedy because it wasn't a good one. Except for the sex scene, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was a little funny. But the theater really enjoyed that. Was like the one scene.
The woman that sat next to me, she fucking loved that movie.
Oh, everyone in that theater enjoyed that.
Loved
movie.
it. She loved it.
I feel like I enjoyed it more because I did see it with an audience that enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think I would have.
If I was like
at home,
alone, I would
yeah,
have probably
I probably
stopped watching. Honestly.
Yeah, it was really, really weird, but not great.
It's nice that puppets have a movie, I guess.
Yeah, that's nice. And like it had some good stuff, like the whole like drug thing where they get high on sugar.
Yeah, it just complicates ideas.
I mean, it doesn't really make sense unless McCarthy has a puppet liver, and how does that work? But
It's dumb. I don't know.
But yeah, it was not good. Not terrible. Not the worst thing ever, but
I would say like 60%.
What's
Is what it should have on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it has a 28.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes is a terrible metric.
Yeah.
So like, what are you gonna do?
But yeah.
Then we saw Searching, which is actually fantastic.
That was a good movie.
Is that actually your favorite, or were you just saying that last
That might
night?
be my favorite movie of all time. No, it was really good.
What was your favorite movie? Oh, you were a really big fan of, what the fuck's that Adam Sandler movie you made me watch? The week of?
The week of, that might be my favorite movie. That's a good movie.
We'll get into that in a second, but Searching was amazing.
That was a good movie.
Had so many red herrings. It was good.
Yeah, and it did it well. Some movies you can like tell.
Yeah.
It's a red herring, but yeah, no.
Yeah, I actually did not see
I thought the movie was going to end like a half hour, or 45 minutes before it did.
Yeah, I did too.
I remember being like, oh wow. Because I thought it was the one thing.
Yeah, like it was going to end
on.
far more.
And I thought like, we'll wrap this up
far
in
more
20
sad.
minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very interesting. Yeah, it rolled off real well. I was like, oh wow, it's going to just keep moving.
Yeah.
Doing cool things. Using technology well. I like the passage of time with the different computers.
Yeah.
And then he had to like go to other computers to find like old information and shit.
Yeah.
It was fascinating. Some things were a little odd, like him buying like the cameras to do other like so you could see scenes that you wouldn't like see.
Yeah, but like it's fine. Like the one thing I would like a movie from the like detective's point of view.
Oh, like using computers and having to like hack through stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Might be interesting.
It
might not be. I don't know.
It's surprisingly a quiet movie too, because there's a lot of times where he'll like a scene will start and he's just going through information on a computer and then like gets a FaceTime or something, and then now it's a person talking.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, you have to read.
There's a lot of just
not
like things happening.
Much where it's a problem.
And interesting enough too, like if you're like paying attention to what's going around, like you can see like certain people like a certain post. Like that Derek guy would like a lot of the posts of like, oh, I hope she's okay, stuff like that. But, which is always weird. You can kind of like see different different names keep popping up based on like what's going on throughout the whole thing.
No, it's a good movie.
Yeah,
I'd suggest it to people.
Why do you love The Week Of so much though?
I don't know. It's a good movie. I think because I didn't. I don't know. It's like I know it's not good.
It's not bad. I laughed a lot.
I really liked it.
I laughed a lot more than I did for Happy Time Murders.
I think it's just such a good.
It's wholesome.
Movie. Because honestly, it's because I never knew where it was gonna go, and I feel like some people I knew, that, but there were just scenes that just sort of happened, and you're like, oh, they're not. Oh, nope, they are. Okay.
Yeah. And
it was like, I don't know. It was just a nice movie.
It's wholesome.
It worked. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. It's a really good movie. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's his third one, fourth one. The one
I don't know.
After he got that deal with Netflix, just put out a movie of like a year every year now or something, every half a year.
I don't know.
They feel like it's a 6-month job, like he puts them out so quickly, but
yeah, he didn't. No, he did good. I think he co-wrote it. It's the guy who does Triumph, the dog.
Directed
it.
Oh, directed it. Oh, really?
Yeah, which might be. I love Triumph, so that might be like a bias. That's why I watched it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know why you would watch because you said you tried the other ones. You hated them or something.
I tried one of the other ones. Did not.
Which one?
Did not. Sandy Wexler.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
No.
He has like a weird accent in that one, right? He has like a silly voice.
No, I'm not watching that. No.
There's a lot of famous people in that one.
Not good. And funny people I also watched recently.
Is that good?
From 2009. I watched it super late at night, so I liked it.
Because I mean, I've always kind of thought
it's not like funny.
Is it on
kind of
Netflix?
interesting. It's on HBO.
Oh, HBO. Okay. Because I
It's
do
just kind of interesting.
kind of want to watch it because a lot of people, like you had actually mentioned you saw it the other day, and that's where Aubrey Plaza got her start because she lied about being a stand-up.
It's not like a.
Shut Apatow, right?
Yeah, it's yeah. But and I enjoyed it.
I've been meaning to watch that for years. I always forget. I never checked HBO for like stuff to watch. I only watched the first episode of Sharp Objects. I need to go back and watch the whole thing because I think it's done now, or is that one episode left, something like that? It's like a mini series they're doing. It's got Amy Adams, right? Is that her name?
I don't know.
The redhead.
She is redheaded.
Then yes, it's her. It's very good. For the one episode I saw, I was interested. I was hooked, but I was like, I'll give it some time so I can watch it all in a row, and I just forgot it existed. And now I probably should go back like soon, and then just bang it out. Because that's what I did with what was that other HBO show? Westworld. I watched that like all in a row, and then I was like, oh shit, this is amazing. And I never could care less about the second season. I've never even attempted to watch it because it was just not in the moment of like, I'm just gonna binge this whole thing. It's way easier.
Yeah. And
like Sharp Objects is really slow, so it would be way easier to watch it like rapid fire than to be like, I'll wait a week because I'll forget. I don't watch like live TV ever, but you do, don't you?
Yeah, if it's live.
But you keep up with like stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant like, yeah, no, what shows I keep up with. I used to. Shows I keep up with now? SNL.
Just SNL?
I think that's it.
Is the Goldbergs done? You watch that all the time.
The Goldbergs I watch, yeah, I'll keep up with that when that comes out. If I'm like, I want to watch like all of it. Because it's an easy show to like watch and not like.
The mom's hilarious.
Because that's what it started more as just like I'll watch an episode a day. Now it's like I watch like 5. So yeah, once I'll catch up on that. I guess I'll watch that. Like Rick and Morty.
I know.
Whenever that comes out, I'll like keep up with that. Yeah, I mean it's now the time for new seasons and stuff, and I just don't. There's nothing I'm gonna keep up with and watch.
Did you watch more of Nirvana Band the show when you were watching it yesterday? Did you just watch the first episode?
It's still old, but I think I watched the first 2 episodes.
Such a good show. How do you not watch all of it? Multiple times now. The first season's real good.
But it's not great.
Not great. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's okay. It's like good.
It's amazing. His movies are pretty good. I really like The Dirties. Operation Avalanche is okay.
I might watch those. I don't know.
The Dirties is on something. Amazon. It's on Amazon. That's where I watched it. So it should still be there.
All of the Angry Video Game Nerd episodes on Amazon.
They are?
I was watching those today. I'm gonna watch all of them.
Everyone is on Amazon.
Yeah. Everyone but the Ninja Turtles 3 review, because it's a movie review. So, like, rights-wise, yeah. And
oh, like the one where he
movie.
chops the thing in half?
Yeah. Every episode of the show. Like, I watched a bunch today, mostly because the early ones are 3 minutes.
Oh, right. You
but,
can bang through them, yeah.
I watched, like, the first 3.
Why did he do that? I didn't even know he did that. How long has that been like that?
I don't know. How did I find... Oh, I was on, like, YouTube. On one of the suggested videos, like new episodes are gonna be on Amazon Prime, and I just wanted to like see it.
Right, yeah, because it's a weird thing.
And I'm like, oh no, 12 seasons.
Is he the only one, or is there other old internet reviewers that have their shit on Amazon Prime? Is like their nostalgia critic videos on there?
No, he couldn't.
He can't afford that.
A, he can't because his videos are garbage. B, it's all copyright.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah.
He can put up Deadpool 2. I liked that review, by the way.
You still watch him?
Yeah.
Even after whatever the whole shabacle happened?
Okay, here's the thing. A new video comes out. And I'm interested in what he's doing. I'll attempt to watch it. Frequently, I don't go more than like 5 minutes. Because it's tough.
But you still watch it.
I will click on the episodes.
It's too much. That's a step too far. Is he still the only... It's like him and like Brad are the only two that are on that website now?
I guess. I don't know. I watch it on YouTube, so it doesn't even affect me.
Boy, that whole change the channel thing really blew up in their faces.
It is. It seems... I mean...
They lost everyone.
Very big views. It didn't... That affects... No, I mean... ad revenue, it doesn't affect them money-wise.
Are you sure? Apparently, according to everything they were saying, they got a good chunk of their ad stuff. And they couldn't have Patreons, all that shit, but whatever.
But
they
I don't think it
buckled on
matters
that.
because I don't think people were going on that website for a long time because they were focusing on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true.
Rightfully so.
Not a lot of people have like
no
their own
one
website
goes
anymore.
To websites for things now, so.
What a weird.
He had a good video. He did a Fox Kids retrospective.
I saw that. I got recommended to me,
It was
and
like
I said,
a long video.
but I said no.
It was a long video. Apparently the longest video Nostalgia Critic's ever done.
It was like over an hour or something.
Yeah, like 37 minutes, something like that. I watched all 37 minutes.
Wow, it's a lot of this dedication.
But like, I didn't mean to. Like, I'm just saying, like, as much as I'm like, I hate him, and I do. He's not funny. It's not. I just hate that he says that he reviews things.
He just kind of.
I wish he just
recaps.
said, "I'm gonna recap a movie." Like, I would be much like, honestly, I don't even know if I would say hate if he's just like, So now he does a lot of videos where he'll like reenact the movies.
That's so weird. That's even weirder.
And to me, that's all he should do, because to me that's not as lazy. And you can do commentary based on how you're reenacting it by changing some things or whatever.
Yeah.
And pointing out things. So I think to that, he should call it like Deadpool 2 in 20 minutes or whatever. And he like just narrates. Which is essentially all he does.
Yeah.
And then puts little 50-second skits in.
I gotta use that warehouse somehow.
Yeah, I know.
But how long did that game show go on for?
I don't know, too long. Like 20 episodes.
Do you remember that guy who showed up as Ed from Ed and Eddie?
Yeah, Tom, I watched I clicked every episode. I don't think I watched a full episode of that show ever.
What a program.
It was slowly paced. Horrible.
Was it movie trivia? I forget how it worked. It opened with like a challenge.
Them attempting to do a double dare on a budget challenge.
Yeah, based around a movie or something, a theme.
Nostalgic. It was just a 80s, 90s. Which I did the math, by the way. Angry Video Game Nerd, when he started, would review things about 15 to 18 years old.
Really?
So,
wow.
Think about that. He should be reviewing PlayStation 2 games right now.
That's crazy. I didn't know
did
that.
The math. I'm like, okay, let me see.
Was that like a stated rule?
No, but I just know. I saw the games he did.
Yeah.
Looked up when they came out.
Looked at when
I have a calculator on my phone. I can do subtraction. I can figure it out.
Oh, that's really weird.
Yeah. So, 2001. What game came out that year? But also I was thinking, so his thing is he's talking about games that are nostalgia, and I'm watching his videos and I'm like, it's weird because now his videos are nostalgia.
Right? Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
That is weird.
It's like that's very weird.
I didn't realize he had so many seasons. I forgot he broke them into seasons too.
Well, 12 years, I guess.
Yeah, because his website used to have it based on year.
Yeah.
And but it was like the first 2 years were combined.
Started, I believe, 2004.
Yeah. Wow, that's so crazy. It's so old.
Yeah, 14 years then, so probably
14.
Because I think the first ones would.
If he does games 15 to 18 years old, next year he could do World of Warcraft.
Well, he does.
That's so crazy.
He did a Christmas Carol parody episode. Do you remember this? And Ghost of Future took him, and it was like him and a fake beard reviewing
a Wii game. I do remember this, yes.
And he's like, yeah, this is you in the future.
Yes,
so I want to know. Like, is that gonna probably not. Like,
I remember him saying he was going to review like every game of like, or he's going to review like every bad game of like NES, then Super Nintendo, and like he was going to. So he's like his plan was something to go like up each Nintendo system.
I think he does whatever he wants.
But I think now it's just whatever he wants.
Does whatever he wants.
Because he's done some things.
I was even thinking the best episodes are just pretty much. You can.
Did you see his Polybius episode? It was like his.
The weird thing.
Yeah, it was like an anniversary thing. It's a horror thing. It was really good.
Yeah, no.
I was like,
he's very good at
this is fun.
I wouldn't even say he reviews as much as just
performs.
Yeah,
around the game.
Because the worst parts of his video when he's like just talking about, because He'll have commentary that's very funny, but you can almost interchange it with any game. Some of it, 'cause it's so good. But definitely, like, his best are, like, when he's reviewing a game system.
I like when he has, like, history. That's where I think it's the most interesting.
When he does, like, the ColecoVision episode, when he does a whole game system or whatever. Or it's just, I don't know if the game that he's doing so much matters as much as just how good of a writing thing. But, like, sometimes the games are really funny, like when he does the Atari porn games.
Oh, yeah.
Like, anyone doing that would be a good episode.
Right,
anyone could do that and it'd be good. That's very fun. Or even, like, Ghostbusters. Yeah. That's a very funny game.
Is that one you just watched?
No, but that's my favorite episode, probably.
Is it really?
Yeah. That's such a good one.
That one is good because he has such a history with it and stuff.
That game is just on its own funny.
And he's so attached to the merchandise of the whole thing, the whole franchise.
I could just watch anyone play that game and it'd be funny.
Yeah.
It's a very funny... Like, that to me is truly, like, that's funny how bad it is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that about a lot of things. Like, I watch, like, Troll 2, I'm like, this is stupid.
Really?
Like, I don't think
I've actually seen Troll 2 all the way through.
The Room.
What?
I don't care for it.
It's delightful.
Is it funny? Do you laugh at it? Do
you
enjoy it?
Because it's delightful.
Okay.
It fills me with glee.
Okay, no.
Child wonderment. It's wonderful.
I like that, like, he made a movie. It's cute.
It's the best.
No, I watched the movie about it.
Have you?
That was nice.
That started pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a little inaccurate.
Yeah, no, you can immediately tell. I don't know the true story, but I can tell it ain't that.
Yeah, there's a few things that are a little inaccurate, even
okay
from the
that.
book.
I'm okay with that, though.
Yeah.
I really am.
Like, their relationship is about money, not about, like, them being friends necessarily.
No, I
like,
think they are, because he was just on Macaulay Culkin's podcast, Greg.
That's not how it starts.
And he just talked about his relationship with Tommy Wiseau, and there's a lot of like separation, but still there's a genuine like care about the two.
I mean, probably now, definitely, but like when like the first chapter ends and his girlfriend's like, he's gonna pay you fucking what? You're doing that movie, like, so it's not.
Yeah, no, it's so weird.
But in the movie, he's like, I like this guy.
Yeah, could have gave him. It's a good.
It's like a weird
enough. It's a good movie, maybe. No,
it's good performances. I just don't know how accurate it is to the actual thing. I honestly also don't like the Seth Rogen character in that movie because he's just saying the things the crowd says.
That's funny.
Why?
When he goes to like the bank and he like tries to cash the check. And,
that could be anyone.
It's just funny.
Yeah. But like there's a bottomless pit. Yeah.
It's funny that Zac Efron plays the one guy. It's funny.
Wait, who?
Zac Efron plays the gang.
Oh yeah, that's right. He plays. Yeah. It's weird. Like when he's like, but like when Seth Rogen's behind the camera and he's just like, "What are you doing? Is he fucking your navel?" Like that's shit you say in the crowd when you watch the movie.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
That's weird.
Fine.
I don't know. It feels weird. Feels like weirdly self-serving. Like, I don't know if someone would actually be on set saying that to this guy who's paying you a lot of money.
He's playing the audience. That's fine. I mean, I'm fine with that.
But he's not the audience because he's a real person. That guy who's trying to like claim he directed the whole thing is like he's the brains behind the room, the real guy, which is always weird. Because like obviously it's this crazy, potentially Polish or just some weird Eastern European guy.
Just somewhere.
Someone's
All American Tom is what I know.
Louisiana. I think that's where he says he's from.
That's sad. He's funny. He's a funny guy.
The actual person, yeah.
Tommy Wiseau. He scares me though.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like looking at him.
He has a weird face.
The Room poster, I literally have had nightmares about it. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I've literally been trying to fall asleep before and I picture the billboard.
Yeah.
And it's giving me the TBGBs.
It's weird. You never even saw the billboard in real life.
No, but I've seen.
You've seen pictures of it, yeah.
Of it, the posters.
Yeah.
That's give me the heebie-jeebies.
That's so weird.
Not like that.
It's not a good picture. Not a flattering picture at all.
It's so scary. It is literally terrifying.
It's pretty creepy. But he's kind of a weirdo. His other movie also really weird. That's supposed to have a sequel. Did I miss it? There's a second half.
The vampire thing.
No. What the fuck was it called? If Nick was on here to talk about it. We saw it together. Fucking remember what it's called.
The Best Friends.
Best Friends. It's a two-parter.
Thing.
I don't. Maybe the second half has vampires in it. I don't remember.
He plays a vampire.
I saw the movie.
Because the Macaulay Culkin podcast I was listening to, they talk about this movie. Tommy didn't write or direct this movie.
Right, but he's in it.
And his big complaint was he wanted to be taller.
Of course.
So they gave him platform shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, he does that. He did that in another thing too. When did part 2 come out? Did I just miss it outright?
They talked to it. They filmed it all at once, and then just...
Yeah, they had to break into 2 because it ends, and like I was like the whole crowd was like, it took a little while for the crowd to like warm up to be like, oh wait, we're just watching something ridiculous. Let's just comment about it. And then it totally happened in June. And so like everyone was like, but the movie ends, and we're like, what the fuck is happening? Why is this movie just over all of a sudden? And then they have this huge montage of stuff, and like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, crazy. And I wonder if I can find it. Now I want to kind of watch the second half. The first one's way too long. It's so slow. It's like kind of whack, but I can't believe I missed the second half of that. That's like depressing. I don't know how to find it. I don't know. There's probably not an opportunity to look through it. Look it up though. And they were months apart. That was like the weirdest thing about it. Was like part 1 was like in spring, and then they started the second half in like June or something. It was like really weirdly gapped. But do you have anything to say to me
About that?
No, just anything.
No.
You all good?
How long is this thing been?
An hour?
Is that? I mean, I don't know the show. How's the show going?
It's all right.
I haven't listened to it.
Not clearly.
Who's been on it?
It's been me for most of the summer.
Well, that's sad. So I'm gonna do the episode. Ready? Hi, welcome to the show. So I saw this episode of Power Rangers that came out 19 years ago. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk really detailed of this episode no one has ever seen. Okay. Anyways, also, so there's this anime out, and it's really good. And then I'll do one more thing. So there's this game that has a really big community. That I'm gonna act like has a big community, but like, does it? Because it ain't mainstream, so I've never heard of it. Then again, we just talked about Club Penguin.
What are you talking about?
All you talk about is games that you act like are popular, but I've never heard of them.
That doesn't mean anything.
You never like talking about Halo 3.
The Halo 3 hasn't been relevant
I
in
couldn't
like
think
10
of a
years.
relevant game.
You said Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite. If you talk about Fortnite,
I have before.
have you played that game?
I have, yeah.
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm good at it. No, I'm not good. I don't know how to. I don't like shooting games.
You don't have to shoot, just build.
I don't. You have to, it's like Hunger Games.
Yeah. But with building. And go-karts. I think it's go-karts. Oh, no, they're golf
There's
carts.
dancing, I'll tell you that
Sure
much.
is dancing. Lots
I don't
of dancing.
get that.
It's an emote. You do it over the corpse of your... Is when you when someone kills you,
no,
the
but
camera
like
snaps
people
to them?
do it in real life.
Yeah, of course.
I don't get that.
It's called a
That's
cultural
what I don't
phenomenon.
get. I don't even know if we have cultural phenomenons anymore.
We have Fortnite.
No, we
Pokemon
have.
Go to the polls.
We have
Memes.
things that quickly grab our attention and we forget.
I don't know.
We don't have things that have changed the world. We don't have cover tabloids. We have memes.
Yeah.
2-week lifespans.
Memes.
Yeah. That's weird.
Not really. I mean, no. The world moves fast now.
It's too
Quick.
fast. Nothing matters anymore. Like, who's a famous singer?
Mariah Carey.
Yeah, but see, like, she's too niche. There's no Michael Jackson anymore.
It's Bieber.
No, too niche. I ain't going to a Bieber concert.
No. Dave Matthews Band.
He was just on Jimmy Kimmel, so I will agree with you.
Is that your bear? That's the buried entry?
I thought it was weird that he was on that show.
I mean, it's a little odd.
I think it's weird that anyone lets him do anything.
And just he seems like he's just really big up here.
He should be
And then-
big in hell. And exclusively there.
It's not that bad. It's not my cup of tea, but I'd like to see him live once just to see what the hubbub's about. But
I'd like to see him burn.
oh Jesus,
If I can make a big claim.
that's a big one.
Yeah.
Sizable.
It's episode 60, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
So that's fun. What'd you do for 50?
I don't remember.
Anything or no?
I think it
I
was
guess
just.
100's more. The
I think I did it by myself, and I was just like, I can't believe I did this for this long. This is pretty crazy,
And then
right?
you're like, anyway, so Power Rangers are in space now.
Yeah, they are. It's crazy. It's really good.
Yeah, what are they doing right now?
Or I am.
Yeah.
They're also in space.
Yeah, there we go.
They're in space again. They're in a space
Do
colony.
they have the zigzag costumes?
They do have the zigzag costumes.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a horrible
Someone was
costume.
watching Charlie Brown and was like,
They look horrible.
I'd put that on a Power Ranger.
It's really good, but they look bad. And
Yeah.
the Mag and the Fender,
What year are you at? Like, what?
99.
Oh, God, you want to know? Are you going to, like, catch up to 2018?
I'd like to.
Is that the goal?
I'd like to attempt it.
And you watch every episode?
Yep.
That's a lot.
I mean, I watch like a episode maybe a day. I might watch 3 in a week. Like I don't binge the show like crazy. Sometimes I'm just feeling it. I'll put on 2 or 3.
Yeah, but it's crazy because like you don't even remember probably. You could probably start at the first episode again
No,
and forget things that happened.
no, it's not that not that complicated. you can take some time.
No, that's for children, I guess.
Like, it's really not. I mean, the season I'm on now is very like every episode kind of matters. So you're like, wait, why is that character here? Like that one. But most of the time, it's like everything ends and starts in the same spot. You know, it's like we're a high school kid, monster shows up, we're high school kids again. Like,
they do have attitude.
yeah.
They really don't, though.
No, they're very
all
good
very-
kids.
they're
They're
all
very
Boy
good.
Scouts, you
They're
know?
very good. They do a lot of charity.
Oh my god, those kids' college resumes, I'd love to see them because they could get anywhere they
Anywhere they want. They get perfect grades. They do all sorts of charity.
And
They volunteer all the time. Anytime they're not fighting monsters, they're volunteering or just
and
working
they
someplace.
still have time to like go kart and skydive.
Oh yeah, they got time.
So, and
But no,
even
the
then, when the
skydiving, that's
skydiving to charity,
That's charity.
even when that's a good lesson. That charity can be fun.
Yeah, charity can be fun.
Really, I hate to say it, but being a Power Ranger, it's bad because they could be raising money for the homeless instead of fighting a monster. Well, I guess the monster's
They're saving the homeless by fighting a monster. They're saving society.
I guess, I don't know.
Monster needs to go down.
Does the military exist in the Power Rangers universe?
Yeah, kind of.
Is it bad?
They're just kind of not prepared. In
How
the
come-
newer
why
season,
can't the Power Rangers give...
or the season I'm watching, Lost Galaxy, they are on a space colony that has a military, and it opens with like military training. And like his brother, the main character's brother, the Red Ranger's brother, he's like, I forget what position he is, but like they're all adults with jobs. They're not students. Like one of them's a scientist. One of them's a mechanic.
But why can't the Power Rangers give the military the technology to defeat the monsters?
I don't know. They kind of go into that in the comics a lot. Like I forget. I think it's in the first time they see Rita in the Go-Go series. She's like, they got Zordon getting his child soldiers again. Like and so like they kind of like result like they talk about that and get it a little bit.
Kind of a creep.
And
Is
then
he Coney?
Coney 2012.
He is Coney 2012.
And then in Mighty Morphin, they flash back to the 60s where when the guys landed on the moon, they almost like
but the moon's different in the Power Rangers universe.
Right. So Rita's still on the moon.
In a trash
And so they're like, and so a character from another series, they kind of made their own version of him. He landed on the moon to like awaken her. And so he had to pick 6 or 5 random kids from all over the world, like one of them speaks Russian, stuff like that, and send them to the moon
like
to
Captain Planet.
fight the Green Psycho Ranger. Yeah, and then all but 2 of them die.
They should revive.
Die
Captain Planet.
hard deaths.
They should make a new one. A reboot. That's the word. They should reboot Captain Planet.
And do what with it?
2018 it.
What's 2018 it though?
Save the planet.
I mean, it was. I don't know. I guess we have updated science, but
We have updated continents too, so we're gonna have to get
what?
new people.
What were they missing?
Well, how many kids are there? 5?
Yeah.
One's from the Soviet Union.
Oh, I guess it's true. I mean, it's not an updated continent; it's an updated country.
I don't know. Were there 5 kids? I don't
Yeah,
really know.
it was fire,
Physics.
earth, wind, water, and heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have 6 continents.
What continent did they not cover? No, that's
I
they
guess
fine.
Australia.
Did they have
I
Australia?
need to know, so I'm gonna look it up if you need to pause this.
America was fire, water was Russia, wind was Asia, and then
Asia? Well, not Naboo. Ooh, racism. What is his name? Hart. What is his name?
I don't remember. South America.
Mati.
was South America, wasn't
I thought it was Indian.
he?
No, he was South
He's South America.
They're just so racist right now.
There was a girl who was from Asia.
Did you ever watch the AIDS episode of Captain
Oh
Planet?
yeah, of course I have.
Neil Patrick Harris is the kid with AIDS.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, not fun.
That is fun.
It is fun.
That's a fun fact.
That's a great.
My favorite episode is the Hitler one, where he like goes back in time or something to fight because that man was polluting the earth with his evil.
Okay.
It's so it's so good.
So the Planeteers.
Excellent ideas.
Kwame from Ghana.
Ghana.
Wheeler from New York. And
Yeah.
he was always saying, I grew up in the city. I don't know about, I don't know what pollution is.
Yeah.
Linka from the Soviet Union. None of them had good names. G from Asia was water, and then Mati from Brazil.
Yeah.
They drew him very dark.
So they didn't have an Australian.
They did not. So you could add that, and he could be like dark matter. They could make it something weird.
Yeah, what are they missing?
Well, he's from Australia, so they can just give him like, he's like, I got shark teeth, and he just like fights with that. Like they don't
Just-
like, he's sort of just there.
He's just there.
They don't really let him do anything.
He just has a knife and he just stabs
Yeah.
the bad guys. Yeah.
In the reboot, it would be Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
He would just do whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants.
Yeah, they just dress him up. They dress him up like
Thor.
Crocodile Dundee, and yeah, he just goes.
Yeah.
Any Australian, whoever, get
They're all beautiful
any
people.
Hemsworth. I don't know. Like everything can be a different Hemsworth. Doesn't matter.
Just a different Australian.
No one's gonna notice. It's fine.
No one notices all the
Um,
different Australians.
Yeah, I feel like Captain Planet, like a live action reboot.
I'm surprised no one's like tried. Now, I say that, but someone's tried. But
But
I'll look it up.
I don't know. Okay, you could easily do a parody of that show. Too much time might have passed to do it.
No, I think you could manage it. People would be interested. Oh, yep. Here we go. Captain Planet movie will be dark. I think you're onto something. I think someone read your. How long ago?
He's in an episode of OKKO.
Oh, wait a minute. This article is from yesterday, so I guess this is still in production.
Wait, what?
Captain Planet movie will be dark. It's this article from comicbook.com I'm reading.
I'm reading it on Wikipedia. Yeah.
But so
Okay, so I would watch that movie. Who would be Captain Planet?
did they say?
I don't know. If I had to give an actor.
Based off a screenplay from actor Glenn Powell, who has lit projects both on television, Scream Queens and Step It Up, and on film, Hidden Figures. But I don't know who she is. Or he is.
I'm gonna actually say Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, he's doing
He's old. Should be Captain Planet.
This guy, also, doing the Top Gun sequel.
That doesn't need to exist.
Sure does. It's going to.
You know who'd be a good Captain Planet? Mel Gibson.
Why? He's so old. He's like even
Captain
older.
Planet's fun. You put on blue makeup.
Should just be fucking Ted Turner. Like the episode.
Ted Turner alive, right?
I have no idea. Is he alive? I'm just referencing the fucking. Oh, he's totally alive. He's only 79. Looks like shit.
Ted Turner created the show.
Yeah, from the Robot Chicken episode.
No.
Remember that?
Does he become Captain
He
Planet?
just painted himself blue and goes, Captain Planet!
I do remember that. Well, he was married to Jodie Foster, right?
Is he currently or was?
No, he was.
I don't know. We can find out. I just had a
Do you think
Wikipedia
they have a
article.
good
open.
enough relationship where she could be in the movie and do exercising?
No, she can be the. Who's the ethereal woman? The white
Whoopi
woman?
Goldberg.
Oh, is it Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think she would just reprise her role.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. If she'd want
He's
to.
married to Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda, that's who I mean.
They divorced
Jane
in 2001.
Fonda's workout tapes.
They have not been.
I think Jane Fonda could also do a workout tape of Captain Planet in the movie.
That'd be hilarious, actually.
It would air on CNN.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It has to.
Because Ted Turner owns it. So I just think, yeah, it could be You could do a Turner cinematic universe.
What other Turner projects?
CNN.
Oh, okay. Just
So you have
okay.
Jake Tapper hanging out with Captain Planet. You got
I mean, everything,
TBS.
all of old Cartoon Network was just him, like
Turner
cartoons he
classic
bought.
movies. It's just them going into those movies.
Just do all of Adult Swim stuff because they
Yogi
just
Bear.
reused footage from
So
all
it's
those
Captain
things.
Planet, Yogi Bear,
Space Ghost.
Jake Tapper, Wolf Blitzer, some TBS shows. They
Know
used
Funny.
to own True TV.
Oh, no, what do they call it? We Know Funny. What's the TBS slogan? No, That's Funny. Is that what it is?
TBS, very funny.
Oh, very funny.
They used to own True TV. I think they still do.
I have no idea.
So
I thought
the
they were their
Practical
own.
Jokers can be in this gang.
It's just becoming quite a lengthy list.
I think Turner Broadcasting could have an extended universe.
I think they. Well, do they not? I mean, I guess they don't. But yeah, they own True TV. You're right. Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Turner Sports, TNT. I don't know what's on TNT, but they own it.
They used to play Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
I don't think they do anymore.
Has there been a big name show on TNT in years?
Oh, they play Modern Family now, so they do that.
Let's see,
I'm pretty
programming.
sure. Yeah.
Current programming: The Lost Ship, Animal Kingdom, Good Behavior, Claws, and The Alienist. Oh, they have Law and Order and Bones.
But you could, so Captain Planet teams up with Rick and Morty and Sal and Joe. Like, this is... And Wolf Blitzer's there. Like, would this not... I think this would be the greatest movie series.
It's writing itself.
I think you do one movie, and it benefits the planet.
In some way.
Hillary Clinton's in it. Because CNN, Clinton News Network.
Fuck.
Just saying. You know?
He has significantly less channels than I thought he did.
So Captain Planet goes to destroy the Trump administration.
They have HLN, headline news.
And they try to sell products of eco-friendly things. I think Captain Planet Extended Universe could happen.
Damn, 10% of Hulu. I'm not even like listening to your pitch. I'm just reading off what they own.
Yeah. So there's TBS. So Medea, because Tyler Perry had a lot of TBS shows. So Medea, Wolf Blitzer, Captain Planet, and
Rick. And Sal and Murr.
Sal and Murr show up too. They're like the Fantastic Four. They're like, they're kind of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would watch this.
I would love to see how it works.
You would have to start it with the movie. Like, you couldn't have a Wolf Blitzer solo movie.
No.
He's like the Hawkeye of...
No, the whole thing that's pulling this together is Captain Planet.
Yeah, he's the Iron Man.
He's the one pulling everything together. He's pulling people out of their universe. Nick Fury?
Yeah, he's the Nick Fury.
He has an eye in the new movie coming out because it takes place in the 90s. So he's going to have an eye, and we're probably going to see him lose his eye.
Who is that?
Samuel L. Jackson?
No, I mean, who is...
Captain Marvel.
I don't like the Captain Marvel, the woman.
What?
Isn't he supposed to be a man?
No, he died and gave the powers to her.
Okay. The actress is good. What's her name?
Brie Larson?
Yeah, she's good.
And then...
I'll never watch this movie. So
there's a Miss Marvel. She used to be known as Miss Marvel in the current canon. And it's a little girl who's just a really big fan of Captain Marvel and is like, I'm going to take up the moniker for Old Thing. I think that's adorable.
That is cute. That's very cute.
She just really wants to be the superhero. She's like, I'll just be the old name.
And do you know who the villain of the Turner Cinematic Universe is? Jane Fonda.
Oh, there you go. A 2001 version of Jane Fonda when they divorced.
So Wolf Blitzer and Captain Planet have to go destroy Jane Fonda.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
To save Hillary
Now, in
Clinton.
this universe, does Ted Turner exist? Is he the Nick Fury?
Like Stanley. He makes cameos.
All right.
He makes weird cameos.
They're also both old men.
Yep.
Apparently Stan Lee's in the new Spider-Man game, so he's in everything.
Yeah, no, he's literally not in Deadpool 2.
The picture of him was...
Yep, that's, I guess, budgeting reasons or scheduling.
Time.
I don't know.
Time. I can't imagine that man has a budget problem.
Yeah, no, so yeah, Ted Turner will make like a cameo. He's like Wolf Blitzer, smile. Oh no, you know what it is? It's like Sal and Q are like pranking him.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
And that's what happened at the end. They're like, tonight's biggest loser is Jane Fonda. Like, you know, Yogi Bear like punches. You know, this could.
There's a lot here. It's depth.
I think this. Yeah, I would watch it.
I think
most people would too.
They'd be very curious as to how this got made.
Yeah, they'd be like the Turner cinema, because everything needs the cinematic universe now.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Oh, if Turner Broadcasting.
Why not Turner? Why not Turner?
Why not? Hashtag why not Turner?
Yeah. Ted Turner, call me. Jane Fonda, you too. We're gonna need you to sign a thing. So.
Whoever calls first, please.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna wrap up now.
Yeah.
Before anyone steals your brilliant ideas.
That's such a good idea. We can do it with anything too. It's great.
So, do you have anything you want to say at the end here? Pitch anything, or pimp anything?
I just pitched the best idea in the world. So.
All right, Ben. So, do you have any goodbyes?
No.
To the people.
I would like to say, Wolf Blitzer, Jake Tapper, Medea, whoever created Yogi Bear. Give this to Ted Turner. I don't know if he has an office or just a hospice care, whatever. I don't know what he's doing. You know, give it to his nurse. We're gonna get it done.
All right, sounds good. All right, thanks for listening. Love and kisses.